It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talk Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. I welcome the podcast where me, the Captain, talks about movies, TV, sports, flicks, anything you could see on a tuber screen. I like to get in here and give my unique perspective, because after 46 years of being on planet Earth, I've developed a unique perspective by these movies, TV, sports, and flicks, and I like to tell you about it. Because just maybe you care. And according to the stats, looks like you do care. I want to give a big shout out to Chad. Got some plays over in Chad this past week. Gracias, gratitude, todo reba, and Chad. I heard about that fish you got over there, that Nile perch, also known as Capitan. Yeah, it's called Capitan. That is the perfect fish for your man, the Captain. The Captain needs to eat some Capitan. Yeah, it'll be epic. I'll go to Chad and the Captain will eat Capitan. Oh, it'll be so awesome. So one of these days, I'm going to fly down to Chad and eat Capitan. The Captain will eat Capitan. It'll be so awesome. So thanks for listening. Appreciate gracias. And just FYI, back in the day when school to be a radio DJ. But I never got a job. And I think I never got a job. Because I just didn't have the willpower. If I would have had the willpower, that would have gave me the oomph I needed to become a radio DJ. But I didn't. And that allowed me to become the greatest podcaster in the Matrix. Some debate might be true, might not be true. But I said it on the internet. So it's got to be true, right? Because everything on the internet is facts. Not facts, true, false, propaganda, fake news, missiles, guns, SAMs, radar, stealth fighters. I don't know. I didn't make the internet. Ask the people that made the internet. So when you're online, just watch out. Just be aware. Anyways, I could ramble here all day, but I won't. Let's get right to the podcast. But first, a word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of December. And guess what? The new year is creeping up. The new year is about to start. 23 is almost here. 23 is coming. And if you feel like you're getting a little flabby, a little out of shape, well, maybe it's time to get back in shape. And one of the ways you can do that is through the art. It's through the method of yoga. So if you want to start doing yoga, we got a yoga mat over the Existing Fictions Out store. It's just not an ordinary yoga mat. On this yoga mat, the word evolve is right on there. It says evolve because when you do yoga and when you train your body and you have discipline, you are evolving, bro. You're becoming something better. So if you want to evolve and become something better, go check out the Evolve yoga mat over the Existing Fictions Out store and evolve. Make 23 the best year of your life. So check out the link to the Existing Fictions Out store. And now, let's get on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back again. Yes, been a hectic week, a busy week. I seen a lot of human beings in the last week. I seen so many human beings, so much energy, so many people walking, moving, talking, doing stuff. It's busy all over the place. There are people driving, there are people walking, and additionally, word on the street is there may be a huge snowstorm blizzard. Now I looked out my window just a few minutes ago. There was maybe about an inch of snow. Now we're expecting there may be 7 inches total possibly. Right now we got about an inch. 6 more to go possibly. Don't really like it, but it's the way nature is. So if you are in the zone where a blizzard's about to hit, be extremely careful because we got to be cautious and be safe. So be safe out there. So anyways, that's what's going down. And let me tell you guys something. Guess what? The Captain just got back from the danger zone. The Captain just got back from the danger zone. I was on the highway to the danger zone. Yeah, I was there. I went to the danger zone and I made it back. You might even call me a Maverick. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got done watching Top Gun Maverick. And let me say something. It was phenomenal. But before I go deep into Top Gun Maverick, let me tell you a couple things. First of all, there will be spoilers. And second of all, I do own some shares in Paramount. So I just want to be clear and transparent to let you know that I do own some shares. So now that I told you that, let's get into Top Gun Maverick. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I went to the danger zone. I experienced Top Gun Maverick. And let me say this, the movie was absolute phenomenal. I mean, when I was watching it, I'm like, I wonder what it's like to fly in a fighter jet. That's the first thing I was thinking about. I was like, what would it feel like to fly in a fighter jet and go Mach 7, Mach 8, Mach 9, Mach 10, feel 10 G's of force on your body? Like, what does that feel like? You know how hard it must be to control a jet fighter? Like, it must be supremely difficult. Just watching the show and seeing them flying around, it's like, it looks extremely difficult. But you know what else too? It looks extremely fun. So the first thing came to my mind when I'm watching fly these jets, I'm like, how does it feel to fly in a jet? And how hard would it be to fly a jet? And one additional thing I thought was like, I wonder if I could learn to fly a jet. Now, in my current mind state, I believe a lot of things are possible. So maybe in some timeline with enough effort, enough work, I could learn to fly a fighter jet. It's possible. You probably could too. It looks hard, but if you train and learn, maybe you can learn. So that's the first thing that came to mind. Additionally, seeing Tom Cruise on the screen, I'm like, Tom Cruise is so cool. Tom Cruise is so cool. That's the second thing that came to mind when I started watching the show. I'm like, Tom Cruise is just such a cool dude. I can't even explain what magic he has. It's just something about Tom Cruise is magical. He's such a cool dude. You ever know somebody or seen somebody you said, that's just a cool dude? Like, that's the kind of guy he is. I can't even explain it. I don't even know what it is. He's just magical. I'm serious. Something about him is so cool. So I'm watching the movie. I'm thinking like, what is it like to fly in a fighter jet? Can I learn how to fly a fighter jet? It looks hard to fly a fighter jet. And also, Tom Cruise is so damn cool. Seriously. So in the show, Tom Cruise plays Maverick. And at the beginning of it, he's breaking rules, right? He's breaking rules. And so since he's breaking rules, they say, bro, you breaking these rules, we got to send you back to Top Gun school. It's like, damn, going back to Top Gun school. Kind of like, okay, cool. I'm going to Top Gun school. Great. Yeah, I'm the captain. I'm going to Top Gun school. It'll be fantastic. So they send him to Top Gun school and he's thinking like, yeah, I'm going to fly some planes. I'm going to do some missions, dangerous missions. Like we got to fly overseas and stop this uranium enrichment and all this. And I'm going to be part of this mission. But unfortunately, like, nah, bro, we don't want you to fly the mission. We want you to teach. He's like, damn, I'm not a teacher. I'm a pilot. It's what I am. It's my essence. I'm a pilot. But he makes peace, but then he becomes a teacher. So then he starts to train these Top Gun guys on how to complete this dangerous mission that they have to complete. And that's basically what the story's about. That's it. It's this basic plot. But what I want to do is dive deep into a few different topics in the movie. So first of all, let me say this. One lesson shown in Top Gun that I've been hearing quite a bit, which was shown in the movie, is that you can become so good, you cannot be denied. In the movie, Maverick does this a couple times. In the movie, he's got people that don't really like him, that want to see him fail, but he's so good. He got so good. His skills are so fantastic that he just shut these guys up. He's like, he's so good, he could not be denied. They ain't like him. They want to shut him down. But his results, his skills are that good. And they had to like, bro, okay, I'm sorry, we don't really like you, man, but you've shown you got the skills. We have to do what you need or use you or do your plan or whatever. Because his skills were that good. That's a lesson from Top Gun Maverick. Like, you may be denied here and there or people treat you unfairly or whatever, right? But if you become so good like Maverick and Top Gun, you cannot be denied. So yeah, that was shown in the film that you could be so good, you cannot be denied. But wait, there's more lessons from Mr. Tom Cruise in the movie. Not just that, there's more. Also, another important lesson in the show that I've been thinking about for many years. Many years I've been thinking about this. In the movie, they say a few times is that I can't remember the exact quote, but it's like, it's not the jet, but it's the man in the cockpit, right? saying basically the man really determines what happens out there, not the jet itself, right? And so basically saying if your skills are that good, it doesn't matter what you're using. You just have the ability to get the outcome you want because you have that skill level. Because in the show, there's a scene where Tom Cruise has an older jet, and he's in a dogfight with a new generation jet. And so, the thought is that, I can't defeat that new fancy jet, that new fancy technology. I have this old antiquated jet. I can't win here. But his co-pilot says, nah, bro, it's not the jet, it's the man in the seat, or the man in the cockpit, or something like that. And I have thought this for a long time, right? Like I use sports a lot of times as an analogy. Like, okay, you could have some fancy, expensive basketball shoes, right? And you could go out there and you could play, and maybe you're good. But you got someone whose skills are so good, and they got some cheap $10 shoes, not as fancy, but their skill level is so good. It don't matter the shoes, bro. It's not the shoes, it's the man in the shoes. It's not the microphone, it's the man on the microphone. I mean, all these tools that we use to achieve certain things, it's not really the tool, bro. It's the person that's using the tool. There's a lot of people out there doing podcasts, a lot of them, they use microphones like I'm doing right now, but they don't do it like me. This is not a brag. I'm not trying to pat my own back. I'm just saying I bring a certain element to this podcast that others cannot replicate. It's hard to replicate that, right? We have the same tools, but when you bring a certain set of skills and abilities, you just bring in some other people can't. And there's a lot of people that do it the way I can't do it. It's just how it works, right? It doesn't matter about the tech. It's the man behind the tech. It doesn't matter about the jet. It's the man in the seat. And this was all over Top Gun. And additionally, Maverick in the movie is old. He's older than me. And he's, flying around with these young Top Gun guys. And he's schooling them, right? He's older. He's antiquated. And there's a bar scene early in the movie. These guys are like, old man, call him old man, and kind of dog him because he's old. But when he got in the sky and he was battling these young guys, he was killing them. He's beating them, destroying them, right? Because his skill level is that good. It's like another thing the movie shows is like, it don't even matter how old you are, you can still have immense, fantastic skills. I've seen this lesson over and over again in the last few years. In fact, I watch UFC fights all the time, MMA, right? And I seen an old man, I mean, he's not old to me, but they consider him old, like my age, fighting some young 20-some, maybe almost 30-year-old guy, right? In the cage. In the general thought process, if you're old, you ain't beating some young 20-something. But this 40-some-year-old dude destroyed this young dude, like destroyed him, bro, because his skills are that good. Just because you old and aged and getting a little older does not mean your skills are diminished, right? It doesn't matter, bro. Age don't matter. Tech don't matter. It's the man. It's the will. It's the mind, bro. How far are you willing to push it? Maverick even says in the movie, he's like, how far are you going to push it? You ready to push it? Are you ready to push the limits? Right? It's such a motivating movie, like seriously. As I was watching it, I saw motivational quotes and scenes all over that thing. That's all I was seeing. I was watching, this is so motivating. Seriously. I was highly motivated by seeing it. And then with Maverick being an older guy too, and I'm older, I'm like, yeah, I'm so motivated right now. Like seriously motivated. It's like very motivational, very cool, very entertaining. One additional thing about the movie too, I don't know if they use CGI or not. I imagine they use some CGI. But if it was all practical, if that whole movie was all practical with no CGI or limited CGI, it was really done really well. Because I didn't look it up or read behind the scenes about it, but I thought I heard they did all practical or mostly practical. If they did mostly practical, it looked phenomenal. Seeing them jets flying around was just a beautiful thing to behold. Like it was just visually stunning. It was so nice. So anyways, flying to the danger zone was absolutely fantastic. It was a fun ride. I shut the phone off. I shut the lights off. I was on the couch. I was eating popcorn and hot sauce, chilling, relaxing, shut everything down, turned the world off, all my problems, all my bills, all the issues, all the drama, shut it all off, sat down, watched cool old Tom Cruise being cool. Flying to the danger zone, jets flying, bullets flying, missiles flying, people playing football on the beach, making love with a sexy woman. Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. I felt like I was Tom Cruise Maverick for 2 hours. So anyways, Top Gun Maverick, phenomenal movie. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend you take the highway to the danger zone, because you will not be disappointed. I heard all the reviews, somehow great it was, and I'm like, okay, do I believe the hype or not? Let me see it first. Yeah, the hype is real. The danger zone is dope. It is phenomenal. It is fantastic. So get on the highway to the danger zone right now. Do it. You will not be disappointed. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you. Don't think, just do. Maverick. Until next time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks Flicks.